Well, we had a backup on the septic system, and it turned out that I put the portable garage that's covering the wood right over top of the the septic entrance, or well, whatever you want to call it, the entrance to suck out the septic system, septic tank. But the guy was here, and he filled his truck up, and he had to leave and dump his truck and come back. And I decided to flush the toilet again to make sure everything was clear, even though he had taken out 500 gallons. And I'm kind of just getting a rough idea. But so when he was gone, I flushed the toilet, and it was still backing up. And I was looking at it, and it was down quite a ways. So I figured there's something else wrong. So my son and I dug down to this other part of the septic system. And this is a fairly big tank. This goes from there all the way to there. I'm not quite sure how long that is. That's got to be at least 7 feet, I'd say. And I don't know how wide it is, but anyhow, it was still backing up. So I made a decision to try to get this dug out by the time he gets back. He said it'd be about an hour. And we were still digging, but we ended up finishing while he was finishing sucking out the septic tank. It goes down there quite a ways. How much you can see, I don't know. That's a good 3 feet down or so. So we were able to pull this cover off while he was still here. And there was a bunch of white, almost not clear, but it was a bunch of white stuff kind of covering that hole, that side of the hole. Like, it was a bunch of white. And he figures it was, you can still see a little piece of it there. Right there. You can still see a little piece of that. And I think it was fat. I think it was from the wife cleaning the dishes and stuff, and a bunch of fat. So the pipe was clogged with a bunch of fat. Well, obviously fat rises, it's going to be on top of the water, and it must have clogged the septic system. Well, clogged the pipe. So I'm glad I went by my intuition to dig this up, because he would have left and it still would have been clogged, and it would have been nothing that he did. It was because it was clogged. So we were lucky that we dug this up and unclogged it, and now it seems to work fine. We flushed it a few times and it's working good. But I'm obviously going to have to close this up and put all the dirt back in it. I almost should put some type of a riser on this, but It doesn't feel like a today job sort of idea. I might let it sit here and see take a look at the forecast for the next couple days, because in order for me to build another riser like I did here, I'm going to have to dig that all out quite a ways in order to put the concrete bricks around it. But as you can see, the concrete bricks work really good. They kept its shape. It didn't collapse or nothing, and I was able to pull that up quite easily. But there is something else I'm going to do there. I'm going to tie a rope to it so I can pull that out a lot easier. I didn't put my hand in there. I have this thing here that is mainly for gardening. This thing here is mainly for gardening. I just kind of hooked onto it. As you can see, the black on it. I hooked onto it and I pulled it up with this. Luckily I had that kicking around because I didn't really want to reach my hand in there, and I knew it was going to be fairly heavy. So I'm going to tie a rope to it, just like this one has right here. Tie a rope to it, then two things. I know where it is, and it'll be easier to pull it up after it's dug out. But yeah, this is just a video in case somebody has a backup in their septic system. It may not be because your tank is full. You may have a clogged pipe, and because that's what my problem was. I had a clogged pipe. So everybody have a nice day. Cheers.